You're listening to NPILAR.
Are you sanitizing your
I'm cleaning us up.
you're sanitizing NPILAR? NPILAR will not be sanitized for mass consumption.
It's true. All right.
Yeah.
Should we start this bitch?
It's already begun. Yes.
Lots of things. I'm gonna move around a little bit because I've been sitting in one place for like 9 hours.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I don't know how to answer that question.
No comment.
No comment. How are you?
I am good. I feel like I'm in a good mood today because the sun is great and is out and it's super warm and nice. And so I just went for a little walk around the neighborhood, and it's very easy once you step outside to forget how fucked up everything is.
Yeah.
Trees are in bloom. It's like a beautiful day and people are out, and then you're like, oh right, but we're all
fucked.
yes. Yeah, but you can forget about it for a minute, which was nice. It was nice to have that delusional reprieve.
It's true. It's real. It's necessary to have these delusional reprieves.
Yes, necessary for sure. Today is Friday, March 27th.
March 27th, 2020. Yep.
And I'm in Philadelphia, and Pilar is in Maine.
It's true. Yeah. And we are all sheltering in place, right?
That's right. So tell me what the deal is in Portland right now.
Well, it's a great question. The mayor, the governor said we don't need to shelter in place, and then the mayor of Portland came on and was like, actually we're gonna do that. So for 5 days, I guess it's a 5-day shelter, and I don't know what's going to happen at the end of those 5 days.
5 days?
Yes, the virus is going to be gone, but in 5 days, and we can all resume business as usual. So that's cool.
5 days. That's like not even a full week. What's that going to do?
I don't know. I guess it's again anybody's guess, right? It's like what we can handle.
I mean, I don't know a lot, but I do know it's going to last more than 5 days. Yep. That is Bush League. No offense, Janet Mills, or whoever made that call.
Yeah.
But how are you dealing with the SIP?
I'm okay. I'm feeling a little. It's in waves. Yesterday, I freaked out. Today has been okay. And I think it's like moment by moment. I think I'm just learning to stand on a sand dune in the wind with a.
It's a beautiful image.
With a whipped cream pie that I ate. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
That's so poetic. You're descending into madness, is what you're saying.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I might have had an entire bottle of absinthe today. No, that's
we all have our ways of coping. Yeah. I feel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel similarly. Like I feel this week was a lot less. It was more about embracing rather than resisting the chaos in my brain. Just kind of like, oh, it's gonna be pretty uncomfortable for a while, and you just gotta lean into it. And that, like, just making the choice to be like, oh, this is gonna be like stressful. I don't know. I think I got there more this week than last week for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's an excellent piece of advice. It is helpful to lean in. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing. I find myself in a place where I'm like trying to also be a teacher right now. And
Yeah.
it's both keeping my brain busy and keeping my brain busy with good stuff and the things that I love, and also uh, is a it feels I don't even know what the word is, because it's like, who am I? I don't know. Why am I the authority right in this situation? I got nothing,
Because
people.
no, you have a Zoom password, which is currency, right?
I have a Zoom password that I that I forgot because I set it up 2 days ago, and now today I had to reset the password.
I feel like I don't even have a job, and I've been on Zoom meetings now where I'm like, what's going on? It's Zoom is like the new real world, or it's a new thing that everyone's watching and paying attention to.
Yep. Yeah, it's a solution in quotes question mark.
Last night I was on in a Zoom meeting with like 14 other people, and it was like the Brady Bunch. Like, you see all the little squares with the faces, and then two people start talking at the same time, and it's chaos. I just didn't say anything. I was just like, I don't even know what we're doing. This isn't a conversation.
Yeah.
How are we trying to do this? Just email. Just send an email.
I guess there's also this, it's like there's this weird thing because as the host, I get to mute people if I need to, and I get to like see the transcripts of chats at the end.
Mhm.
So there's like this weird overlordness to the whole situation.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
you have all the power.
Well, I have very tiny amount of power.
Tiny
I
power.
don't want. Wait,
uh,
we have an agenda for our day, don't we?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we asked some. We had a beloved listener of ours named
Hey.
Hannah, and She sent us a story. Um,
Oh my gosh.
which What's that?
Oh my gosh, it's so good, this story.
About her something that she purchased from the internet. Um, yeah, maybe I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Are we gonna listen to it?
I think we should play it.
Yeah. Do you want to
Uh,
play it or should I?
you can go. You can go for it. Do you have it queued up?
Well, we had like a couple of. Do we want to talk about some of the other things that people sent in?
Oh yes. So
There's
we
yeah,
put it out into the world.
yeah. We put it on our grandmas, um, our grandmas, and but we had some funny like people commented. Um, somebody bought 8 Japanese holly bushes because she just needed them. She just needed those Japanese holly bushes.
Did that person say under the circumstances? Okay.
No, we didn't get any of that, but that's funny. And then um, somebody else texted me and said, my friend got caught up in an eBay auction about a boat motor, and so ended up with this boat motor, but he doesn't own a boat.
Sometimes the motor's all you need.
Yeah. So, but Melissa said that she bought celebrity grade vitamins, which I was trying to like. What are celebrity grade vitamins? Are those fancy vitamins?
I don't know, but that doesn't seem fair. Shouldn't everyone have access to the same kinds of vitamins?
Yeah. Or are they just like really well marketed? But Molly bought a laminator, which I think that is not a mistake
That's a
purchase.
practical purchase.
It's a genius purchase, and I support it. And I think everybody should. No, I don't think everybody should have a laminator, but I think people should have laminators.
Yeah. Do you own one?
I own one because I acquired one from my old job, and where it broke, and and I said, "Oh no, it broke," and they said, "Okay, buy a new one and take the old one to the corporate office," and I said, "Okay," and then I just never took it to the corporate office and I fixed it instead. Theft. Is that theft? I guess it
Well, how much time has passed?
Oh, a long time, like 20 years.
Oh, the statute of limitations is way past on that. I think you're in the clear.
Okay, good. It was an easy fix too.
They don't have to know that.
Yeah. So do you want to hear the other ones?
Yes.
Um, Somebody bought a pair of shoes from South Africa at midnight on an Instagram ad. And then weeks later they returned them in the midst of the coronavirus. As they explained to me in a phone call, they were like, I risked getting the virus to return these tennis shoes.
Whoa, that is high stakes.
Yeah.
I wish we had access to a photo of the shoes.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Mm.
Maybe we can get her to send it to us. The
Mm-hmm.
last one was I bought a Fitbit when I was drunk and I never use it. Surprise!
Those things are so 2009.
Yeah.
Do you want to share Hannah's story?
Yeah, let's share Hannah's story.
Okay, so my butt plug story. Hi, you two, by the way. Well, it gives it away a little bit that you already know about the butt plug. That's the big reveal. But I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, it was right before Christmas time, because I remember I flew to, this is the gayest story too. I flew to Atlanta to meet a woman that I had met online, and it was during sitting at a layover on my way to Atlanta that I was on a customer service phone call trying to cancel an order I had made. But basically what happened, and both of you know I don't drink, I've been sober for some time, but this reminds me a little bit of people telling me that they drunk order things. Um, and then they arrive at their doorstep. But I was working at an engineering firm at the time, and I go through periods where I don't sleep very well. And I was just at my desk at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden I had this huge, like, feeling. I used to get this feeling when I was drinking of like memories sort of coming back to me of embarrassment, really, or doing something really shameful. But I got this feeling standing at my desk at 11 in the morning, and it was like something happened last night. And I go through periods of not sleeping very well, and I was in one of those. And I basically was able to retrace my steps, and from a secure location, I went back through my search history on my computer, um, and figured out that I had bought, well, a few sex toys, but I bought like $120 extra large stainless steel butt plug. Um, if you really want to know like what your subconscious is thinking, see what you order in like a fugue state, because I mean, I'm super sex positive and I've tried all sorts of stuff, but like I didn't even have a small butt plug or like any sort of stimulation of that kind. So the fact that I ordered. I mean, bigger, go home was the joke that couldn't really be passed up on this. Like, I believed in my ability. I also did not skimp on price or quality, and yeah, so I totally sober, sleep deprived, um, bought a a really big butt plug. So
That that giggle at the end is just so great.
Yes, yeah. Oh man.
The volume. But thank you, Hannah, for sharing.
Oh my God. So good.
um, and I have a story, Pilar. I don't know if you have one, but I have a story of something that I purchased
Yeah.
in a fugue state.
I want
Well,
to hear yours. I don't have one.
no, that's good. A couple years ago, I threw out my neck, and
Throw it out? Oh,
yeah, I just had this weird thing happen where I like woke up one day and couldn't move, couldn't like pivot my head at all. So my neck was all fucked up, and I went to a doctor who gave me a whole prescription for tramadol, which is an opiate painkiller. And he was like, "These are strong," and I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I took one, just one, and then the long and short of it is I purchased some things off the internet that I couldn't remember when they arrived at the house. One of which was a set of these red vinyl swivel chairs, which we still have, and have been very useful. And
that's a huge purchase.
Yeah, they were like, I don't even know. I think they were like $150, which I'm not somebody who like spends a lot of money on, and definitely not like online on impulse. But I bought them, and I think I bought some other stuff too, but I can't remember. But same kind of thing. Like when they showed up at the house, I was like, "What? This is a mistake," and it's not. It wasn't.
it wasn't. It's fine now. I do remember. I remember when that happened because I remember coming over and you were like, I was like, nice chairs.
Yeah.
Because they didn't seem like they were something you'd purchase at all.
No. Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I just showed up. Don't know. Well, guess what?
You know what this time is teaching me? I didn't think it was possible for me to hate the more than I already hated him. And then I was like, new levels. Oh my God. I was just listening to this podcast where they were talking about all of the like disaster preparedness stuff that was going on, that like the government has in place that just isn't being activated or hasn't been activated. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at the I'm so angry. I just think he should I think he deserves to fuck. Such poetic justice.
Castrated and
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying it. Another thing I have written down is called Words I Now Hate. I talked about how much I hate the president. I also hate the word unprecedented now, because I feel like that I hear that word so often.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. It's yes.
Do you have any words that you're like, don't say that word anymore, or else?
Yeah, Zoom.
Zoom.
Let's just meet on Zoom.
Yeah. Have you experienced this? How people are using Zoom as a verb?
Yeah, Zoom. Let's Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I am very thankful for this because it does make this that much more bearable, and it's like amazing how easy it is. But
You're so nice. Before I trashed Zoom, and now you're making me look bad.
no, it's just like the rate at which we all, well, not we all, but those of us who could adapt to this new lifestyle is astonishing. And I
Yeah.
feel like I was like, yeah, let's Zoom. I'll Zoom with you and I'll Zoom with you and we'll Zoom and we'll do it every week and it's great. And it's so helpful. And now I'm like, nah, I want to go to the woods.
Yep.
See y'all later.
That's how long it took, like 9 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are
what other words? Well, I don't have a word that I hate on my mind right now, but I did yesterday find out that I've been using a word that doesn't exist at all.
What is it?
Well, I've been using it interchangeably. I've using using the word acerbate, thinking as if it were exasperate. I was like, I said something like, "Oh, if that aspirates that," I forget.
Oh, aspirate is a word.
No, acerbate. Sorry.
Oh, like exacerbate.
Yes, exacerbate is the word.
Okay.
Word. But acerbate.
Acerbate, no.
Yes. So,
It sounds like a new masturbation technique to me. Like use it in a sentence.
what was I? What he just said really acerbates the situation.
Oh, okay. So it's just a synonym for exacerbate.
That's how I've been using it. But
Got it. Okay. I like it.
It took my partner who was like, "What does that word mean?" Very, very kindly, and I was like, "Oh, it means like aggravates, like exacerbates." And he was like, "Well, why wouldn't you just use one of those words instead?"
Well, you're doing
the other word.
It's sort of like how people use irregardless.
Yeah.
Instead of saying regardless.
Right.
Which that's a thing people do. It maybe is not in the dictionary, but it's like socially acceptable. So maybe you're just onto a new thing.
I think irregardless is a word, isn't it? But I don't know.
Let's find out.
I'm really good. It turns out I really like to argue about things that don't need to be argued about sometimes.
You're right. You know what though?
What?
So I typed it into the internet and it says irregardless.
Irregardless.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Irregardless.
Oh.
Irregardless.
Oh.
Irregardless.
It just says irregardless, adjective, adverb, non-standard. Here's the definition: regardless.
Great.
Did you know that that's a thing you can do with the internet? This is a fun pandemic activity. You just type in a word. Here, I'm going to type in a word. And then it shows up and you can play it.
Farfalle.
Did you just say the word farfalle?
Yeah, farfalle.
Farfalle.
Are there any other words you want to hear?
Acerbate. It
Okay.
won't do it because it doesn't exist.
Here, I'll try. Ready?
Masturbate.
That's not what I said, Anne.
That's what I heard. Okay. Well, that was fun.
That is fun.
What else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of pandemic activities, have you noticed that things take like way longer than they usually would? Like if we were in a massive snowstorm,
yeah,
like this, we would be like, oh, we get to just hang out in our houses and make food and everything's fine. And now it feels like I literally started to make a pie on Sunday. And I finally baked it last night and and ate the first piece this morning.
Ooh,
That's how long it took.
Everything's in slow-mo.
I mean, to give me a little credit, there are a lot of steps in the pie, and so it usually takes a good 24-hour period to make the pie, but not a 5-day period.
Is it sweet or savory pie?
I would put it in the sweet category.
Is it the pie?
Would
Is it the oatmeal pie?
Yeah, the oatmeal breakfast pie.
Yes.
Yes,
Please explain for our listeners this pie because it's so good.
it's so good. It's so good. I might make another one tomorrow because I've almost finished. I had the first slice this morning and it's half gone. So all right, you make a crust, and then you gotta let that crust sit, preferably for a day. Well, because I'm working with gluten-free crust, which sucks, and so you've got to really suck all the moisture out of it.
Butter crust or shortening?
Both. It's a combo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So anyway, then you pre-bake the crust. Then you put a layer of bananas, sliced bananas, on the bottom. Then you've also like concocted an oatmeal mixture that's been sitting overnight in the fridge. That's oats, milk, and then some spices like ginger and cinnamon and nutmeg, whatever you really want.
Allspice?
You could do allspice.
What is up with allspice?
I don't know, but it's a thing. It's not like what you think it might be, which is all of the spices together.
You would think that is what that is, but you know what that is? It's Trader Joe's everything but the bagel sesame seasoning.
Yeah. Not the same.
Yeah, probably like, I didn't get any Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning. This pandemic. Sorry, tangent. Okay, go ahead. So you put some spices in there.
Put some spices in there, and then you let that sit overnight. Then you got your layer of bananas, then you do a layer of the oatmeal mixture, and then you put a layer of fruit like berries or whatever you're into, fruit wise. And then another layer of oatmeal, and then you bake that whole thing. And then it's really good to eat it right out of the oven, but it's even better the next day.
And you eat it warm?
If you want to reheat it or eat it right out of the oven, sure, but you don't have to. It tastes just as good. Cold.
That pie is so good.
It's very good.
And it's from the Magpie Cookbook.
Yes.
Which is a pie shop that used to be, this great pie shop that used to be here in Philadelphia.
R.I.P. Magpie.
Closed last year. Yeah, sad.
You gave me that pie book, and then I took that pie book to a residency, and I made a pie every day during that residency. That was good. That was a good pie.
Oh, back in the times when we could be free and unfettered, share pie with people we like.
Yeah. Anyway, what I'm saying is, this is not a luxurious time, and things take a lot longer. Have things taken an abnormally long time for you to do?
I would say yes, but I have nothing to do. So I feel like I'm not the greatest judge. Like, I think I've been doing things that just take a while anyway, like baking bread.
Yeah.
And, I don't have a job, so I'm like just kind of hanging out. I mean, I've been working in my makeshift studio, and I feel like things have been going a little slower in there, for sure. But it's because I think just like mentally readjusting to the circumstances under which I'm working now. But yeah, I feel like I've been. I can totally sympathize with the slowdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last week I regretted that we didn't get to talk at all about your work that you've been doing. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. but I was thinking specifically about how the whole reason you came back to the Northeast before the pandemic was to do an artist talk because you've been on this amazing artist retreat. Well, no, not retreat, residency for the last 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah, since September of last year. Mm-hmm.
In Galveston, Texas.
Yep, that's
which
right.
Which I got to visit you, and that was like my favorite thing that I did in January.
I was so happy that you came to visit, and we had oatmeal pie on that visit, if I recall correctly.
We had good. Ray came. It was oh, it's so good.
It was the best, yeah.
But anyway, and then you've been making amazing work, and you're exhibiting it, and there's been some shows that have been canceled too, right? There, like you had a show in New York that was canceled.
Yeah, it's sort of a funny thing because the show isn't canceled. It's just no one is seeing it because like the work is up, it's installed. It's a group show at a great space called Alexander Berggruen in the Upper East Side, and it's a 4-person show. The photos look super nice, but New York is inside times right now, just like so many cities. But they've done a really cool thing where they like put up a 3D tour of the show on their website.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah, so you can kind of walk through and see it, which is awesome that they did that. But yeah, it's a funny thing. Like I think like that opening getting canceled, and that was really nice. All of those things you just said. Thanks, Pilar.
It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny. I feel like everybody has a thing that they're like that got canceled or postponed or like had to not happen because of this crisis. And so everybody has this like strange shared sense of disappointment about like, I couldn't have like you had a really great solution to your birthday party where you like had people dance and send you videos, but like people are like, yeah, I couldn't have my like 50th anniversary party, or like I couldn't have my, like this thing that I worked really hard on for so long, it like couldn't happen. And so everyone's like collectively mourning their lost things together in varying degrees, probably.
Yeah. I was reading an article yesterday about how what you're feeling is grief, and that it's a collective understanding of grief as well as an individual process where there's just a lot of it.
Yep.
And it's an interesting article. I should send it to you because it's like it talks a lot about anticipatory grief.
Oh, interesting.
Retroactive, well, not retroactive grief, retroactive grief. Versus the other kind of grief that I'm forgetting the term, how they use it. But anyway, it's a good. in
good.
all of the articles I read about grief, it's one of the better ones.
Dark times.
Dark times. I think we're way over our.
Oh shoot! Yeah, we should probably call it an episode. The last thing we could leave on is jelly beans.
I saw that you
question mark
sent me that list. Like, here's what we should talk about on the show, and I saw the jelly beans, and I was like, oh.
I think it's because the other night you were like, I asked you about the black jelly beans. I was like, you know about black beans, aka black jelly beans, aka licorice beans, and you were like, no, and my mind was blown. Because I spent a good portion of my childhood removing those from the jelly bean jar because I don't like licorice.
Yeah, I don't like licorice either, but every once in a while those offer a satisfying bitterness chew.
Yeah. Have you ever had that Scandinavian licorice that's like coated in salt and Oh,
Ugh.
it's all over Denmark and Sweden. They love it over there.
Is it good? Look at my face.
No. Well, I mean it's not good to me, but I already don't like licorice and I don't love salty things. So putting the two of those together is like my own personal candy nightmare.
Yeah.
But
Just no. Don't like
some people like it though. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A candy nightmare makes me recall the first puzzle of the pandemic where we did a puzzle of candy wrappers. They were great.
A jigsaw puzzle?
A jigsaw puzzle, yeah.
Have you been puzzling?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you like jigsaw puzzles.
I love them. Turns out I had no idea. A few years ago, I did one during a summer vacation and it was life changing.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I've gone to extensive lengths in trying to like figure out how to do a puzzle in my very small apartment.
Have you killed anyone?
I haven't killed anyone. Definitely both. All the parties in my apartment get really frustrated with this hobby, but we don't stop. It basically insists that we do nothing else besides the puzzle.
Is there a whistle involved in this activity?
It should be, but yeah, like it just becomes like a literal puzzle centric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun times. Did I mention that I celebrated my 70th birthday the other day?
I love what you did for your birthday. So Pilar asked friends to send in videos of themselves dancing to a song
Yeah.
for her birthday, and I love that idea so much.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was so thrilled, and it was there was a lot of talk that day of like videoing me watching the videos being sent in because I cried a lot. I was just so moved that everybody was doing it and that they actually did it. And then people got really creative. There were costumes, there was like dancing at work, there was dancing in the woods, it was just so sweet. There was dancing without music and singing instead.
Aww.
Really, really, really special. And I highly recommend if anybody's celebrating a birthday during the pandemic and yeah, or also just thinking about like, oh, it's great to give each other assignments right now. Wes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a nice thought.
Um,
let's sign off.
Yeah, goodbye.
No. Okay. Well, from us to you. Goodbye.
Until the next time, which is the pandemic.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.